Hey everybody, what is happening? This is K Doubles, and this is this is like the lake trip part 2, and the hunt. It is. We had an Easter egg hunt, which is something that my family has always done on Easter, and a lot of people always do. It's just something that we do. Just I don't know. And what we started doing is. My dad will go out and hide like a ton of eggs and just put a little number in them instead of candy, because we're not big fans of candy. We're getting older, you know? And so, bunch of Easter eggs hidden around the house and outside and just everywhere. And we're all searching for them, messing around, just doing our thing. And in each Easter egg is a number 1 to 3, and whoever ends up with the most points total wins. And I don't know what you win. Like, you'll win like a little money or something. Just like, it varies year to year. You'll win a little prize, something like a Easter basket. Just varies year to year. But this year, I ended up tying my sister. I found one more egg than her, and we ended up having the same amount of points though. So our tiebreaker was to go look for because we were like missing a couple eggs. Like I think it was like 10 eggs somewhere around the house. And my dad goes, "All right, so for the tiebreaker, y'all have to go find one more egg." And I'm like, "Man, I can handle that." So we line up at the door or whatever, and we're like, "Okay, go." And so we both run out, and everyone's just kind of sitting there watching. And I run over to this plant that is right next to the pool. And I'm sitting there, I'm like digging the plant, and she's digging next to me, and then I go to another plant that's closer to the pool. And I'm sitting there, I'm digging. I look down and I feel something weird. I'm like, what is that? And I'm like holding it. And I look over and it's a duck. I am physically holding an adult female duck. And she just looks at me. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you? Because it just scared me because it started moving. And so I immediately let go. And it flies out between my legs, lands in the pool, and then flies out and just like disappears. And so I gotta sit there for a second, like, what just happened? And this whole time, my younger brother was like kind of whispering at me because he had found an egg and he was trying to hint it to me. He's like, Sam. I'm like, what? Or I actually didn't even notice him talking. Sorry. And because I was freaking out because I had a duck fly through my legs, I was like, anybody else just see that? And everyone saw it. And I was just sitting there like wide-eyed, like, oh my gosh, what just happened? And so we're like, I'm trying to like refocus, but I can't because I'm like, my heart is pounding because it scared me so bad. It's just like living thing in my hand. Okay, it's gone. And so my brother was like, just tells my sister, he's like, hey, there's an egg right there. And she's like, okay. And she runs over and grabs it and she wins, I guess. But I was like, what? What just happened? I'm still in like complete shock because literally the weirdest thing in my entire life had happened to me. And so we're all just kind of sitting around joking about it. And I was like, I wonder if there's any eggs under the duck. And they're like, I don't know. Do you see any? I go over, and there was 7, like, actual eggs sitting underneath where the duck was, and I was like, okay, you can't say I didn't win. But apparently, real eggs are not as good as fake plastic eggs, so I lost. But we came out a solid hour later, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to see if the mother duck is back, or whatever. So I come back, and I'm looking at the eggs, and I see something that looks like a snake, and I was like, that's weird. I think there's a snake in there. And then I kind of like look again, and yep, there's a snake wrapped around all the eggs and wrapped back and forth. Like the plant is probably like 3 feet wide and like 2 feet long, so it's like a kind of big area. And I'm just like, oh hey guys, there's a snake in here. So everyone's like freaking out, and we're all like, I don't even know what we were doing. We all started like poking at it and trying to get it. And so we kind of look where the eggs are, and we watched I saw the snake eat 2 of the eggs, and I was like, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. And apparently it already eaten like 4 of the other eggs, so there's like 1 egg left just sitting in there. And we're like, oh, mother duck is not gonna be happy with this one. And so we're all just trying to figure out what we should do now. And we went and got like a bunch of pellet guns. And I had like a slingshot in my hand, like one that, like, not like a little gay little slingshot. I mean something that like I could probably knock somebody out, probably kill somebody. Like it was like an intense slingshot, and I was like, this thing is awesome. So I'm like just shooting blind into the plant because it's like this really weird plant. Like I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to think of. It was just like all these like long reed kind of things sticking up. Or long flat leaves. It was weird. I don't know what type of plant it is. But I'm sitting there like shooting into the middle of it, and all of a sudden my younger brother is like, oh, got him. And he like shoots it with the pellet gun, reloads, shoots it with the pellet gun, reloads, shoots it with the pellet gun. Because it's like, I don't know, it's not good to have a snake in your, like a foot from the back door of the house. And so he's like killing the snake, and we tried to like, at first we actually had tried to scoop it out and like throw it like into the bushes, like maybe 100 feet from the house, but we could never really find the snake initially. And so he shoots it a couple times, and we don't know if he killed it. We just kind of guess he did. I kind of actually don't think the pellet gun was strong enough. It was just a little BB pellet gun, or like a pistol pellet gun. So honestly, the snake's probably not dead, probably not even hurt. But we were swimming in the pool the next day, and we were kind of wondering what all had happened. And so the snake never ate the last egg, so that's good, I guess. And so we're swimming in the pool playing Marco Polo because we're a bunch of children. And it was my brother and I, and then 2 of my friends. And so my 2 friends go inside. They're like, oh, here, we'll be right back. So they run inside. And so it's just my brother and I. I don't know what we were doing. We were just being stupid, and we were like splashing each other. And all of a sudden, the duck flies back, sees us, is like, oh, shoot! And like flies in circles around us, and then like flies off. And we're like, oh, man, that was really weird. I wonder if that's the same. That's definitely the same duck. And so he and I joked about like going duck hunting whenever it came back the next time. And then this time, so the duck comes back a second time and like flies to the egg and like, okay, the egg's still there. And like we're like, what is it doing? And then it's like, okay, it sees us. And the duck flies off again. And so my brother and I like sit there for a little bit longer, and then all of a sudden like 3 ducks come back, and we're like, okay, this is getting scary. We're gonna get like attacked by a swarm of ducks. So we kind of just decided it was best to call it quits, and we went inside. I think whenever we left the lake on Tuesday, I had checked once, and the eggs were actually still there, or 1 egg was still there. So that was good. But that was probably the craziest thing that's happened to me in my... Nah, that's not true. I've had some crazy stuff happen. But that was the most extreme egg hunt ever. Like, possible. Like, ever. But, yeah. I'll see you guys later. And I have a couple more stories. It's going to be a lot shorter next time, and I'll link them here. But I'll catch you guys later. Bye.